Hey guys, we've been talking about Pythagorean Theorem a lot lately. You have found it just using basic triangles, you've used the formula, you've proved it with squares, and now what we're going to do is we're going to use it to find the distance between 2 points on a graph. So if you will look with me at this first problem, we have points A and B. Now, to get from points A to B here, we can't really just count the blocks in between the two because they're not even. However, we can draw a right triangle. Think about it this way. If I go up from A to the line that B is on, if I go straight up, and then I go straight across from my stopping point there, I've drawn a right triangle. Now, could I have gone to the right and then gone up? Yes. Either way, it would have looked like this if I'd have done it the other way. And either way, it would have worked. It doesn't matter. But let's go with the blue triangle for right now. So looking at the blue triangle, how many do I go up from A to get to this purple point to meet with the line for B? If you answered 5, yes, you're correct. I went up 5. Now, to get from our purple point on the graph to the orange point marked with B, how many did I go there? If you determined 6, then you are correct. Now notice, here's how I'm counting. This would count as 1 from block to block. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I did the same thing to find the distance from point A to the line that B is on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I've got a right triangle, and I have the measure of 2 legs. So if I have the measure of 2 legs, the thing that I'm searching for is going to be my hypotenuse. You guys know how to find the length of a hypotenuse. You use Pythagorean Theorem, which is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So use this formula and substitute in for a and b to find c. I'll do it with you, and we'll see if we get the same answer. Try it out now. Okay, so when you worked out the problem, you should have gotten that the measure of C was 7.81 units. And you find that right here when you take the square root of 61. And remember, 61 is not a perfect square, so that's why we got a decimal. So this means that the length of C here on our graph would be 7.81 units. So that's the distance between point A and point B. Alright, so I want you to try it now. You've got 2 points, A and B. You need to draw a right triangle in order to connect these 2 points. Then you're going to use Pythagorean Theorem. Go ahead and draw your right triangle right now. Alright, once you've drawn your right triangle, you'll see that the way mine is drawn, the blue represents the legs, and then the orange represents my hypotenuse. Now, I don't know the length of my hypotenuse, but I can find the length of my legs. So go ahead and find the length of your legs now. So the length of your shorter leg right here should have been 4, and the length of the longer leg should have been 12. Now, use Pythagorean Theorem, the formula, in order to find out what the length is from A to B, what the distance is between A and B, and to do that you're going to find C, or your hypotenuse. So take time to do that right now and enter your answer. Okay, so I found the sum of the squares of my legs, which would have been 16 plus 144 gives me 160. The 16 came from 4 being squared, and the 144 came from 12 being squared. So then I took the square root of 160, and since 160 is not a perfect square, I got 12.65, because it would be between this perfect square 144 and 169, which would be between 12 and 13. So look in here, your hypotenuse then, the length of your hypotenuse, the orange line, is then 12.65 units. Alright, it's time for you guys to do some practice all by yourself. So good luck and have fun.